Everything didn't come from you. You just tuned in. Got a jeweler too. Yeah. Log in, level up, that's the code. Yeah. Tap in, download, then explode. Yeah. Timeline talking, but I'm moving still. Every book mark, building wealth. Information is the new goal.
Welcome to your go-to source for the latest in entertainment news, celebrity updates, and reality TV highlights. Discover trending stories and cultural moments that everyone is discussing. Here, you'll also find insightful commentary designed to inspire and motivate you, along with valuable insights on workplace dynamics, lifestyle choices, and home and garden topics. Let's begin with some memorable reality TV moments. The end of an era. Love and hip-hop has always been bigger than reality TV. It became a mirror for a whole culture era. Ambition, survival, ego, romance, betrayal, fame, performance. Loud emotions wrapped in designer labels and studio lighting. Inauthentic vibes. In the end, yes, I said it. Early reality TV felt reckless, but emotionally real. Later seasons often felt overproduced, people acting like characters instead of human beings. Relationships became storylines, and friendships became strategic alliances, and pain became content. That's powerful material. I think somewhere along the way, reality television stopped documenting emotion and started manufacturing it. Honestly, sometimes I didn't even understand what I was watching, like a mix of different fruits and vegetables. Really? We have watched friendships collapse, marriages fracture, loyalty traded for camera time, and eventually the audience learned to recognize performance wearing the clothes of intimacy. In my opinion, it shaped ideas about love. This is how people started seeing conflict as entertainment, and transactional relationships, which I think is going on in the industry now and has always been this way, actually. What made love and hip-hop culturally important was that underneath the chaos, people saw pieces of themselves. Wanting love, wanting respect, wanting to be chosen. Speaking of the end of an era, which fits best for me talking about love and hip-hop, because I believe people and the cast, I'm sure, will be mourning a show, a time period, a certain energy, the messy, raw, chaotic television before everything became hyper-managed branding and influencer polished, which also helps financially for the castmates. More so for some, which brings me to this last pass episode with Scrappy and the rest. I was just starting to like Scrappy again after watching his interviews, and then I looked at a preview of this last episode and felt like, what in the heck is going on really? Granted, I only watched bits and pieces. Thank the Lord. Here's a snippet of his latest shenanigans with a new girl, and she actually reminds me of his first baby mother, Erica.
Okay. You look way better. Ready to get a real cowboy? I'm ready. I need a real cowboy.
Horses.
Yeah, cars.
Okay.
Horsepower. But I ain't gonna lie to you, like, this is the first time in my life courting somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, learning what they want, what they like. This is way different.
I love it. Coming from where we both come from, I just didn't see the need to rush into it. But on my end, we've been exclusively dating, just you and I. So help me out, where we at?
I mean, we definitely, I've been exclusive, you know what I'm saying? Cause yeah, like mine, like I ain't even finna, you know what I'm saying, play with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for real dinosaur, you know what I'm saying, biting all the heads off, something like that.
Rick really just got me wanting to be in a relationship again. Like, I don't want to off forever and just be like outside, so I made it happen.
I kind of feel like I'm ready for you to meet my sibling.
Well, since you said that, like, I want you to meet my mom and my dad, you know? I want you to meet them, like, wait on it. Let me meet yours first.
Okay.
You know, my mom.
She's in the room. Are we gonna meet? Are we gonna hire?
Yeah, I want to introduce you. I just ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even be saying nothing to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, bam. I don't even like saying bam. I like saying number two. Like,
Don't call her that. Don't call her that. Being respectful. Giving the respect that we want to receive, so don't call her that.
I mean, like, we gonna walk over there or something? Okay. Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing? How are you? So, Brittany, you want to introduce? Okay.
This is Bam.
The ma'am. How you doing?
Yeah.
No, I was the ma'am. Good.
Yeah, she been around the kids, so I thought it would
Okay, good.
absolutely be.
Everybody been around the kids.
Not everybody, but definitely, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I thought, maybe we should have a conversation.
Sure, I would love to. Brittany is not the first girl that Scrap has introduced to our kids. He even had one of his rap homegirls watching our kids. So at this point, as long as my kids are safe, I cannot control what's happening at his house, and I don't want to. So, hi. Hey.
Well, finally, Shakira. Brittany, Shakira.
So yeah. I basically wanted to sit with you. I feel like it needed to happen for two reasons. First reason, Kyrie, because I heard that you had concerns about me being around him. Second thing, you having a very strong opinion about me. Well, we've never met. I've never had a conversation with you. I mean, I didn't know anything about you until I knew something about you and wanted to see this. This is what is related to me. I want to know, like, what's the issue? Like, what's funny? I should really be laughing at you. I don't want to be besties with Shakira. However, I do want to establish some boundaries, establish some respect, and we need to handle this like two grown women.
How long have you been dating?
Don't even know. We kind of locked in after his birthday.
After January?
We've been dating and we've been knowing each other. We've been friends.
Okay.
All of that, but on a more exclusive level.
So when y'all was dating and y'all were friends, you didn't know that he had a baby on the way?
Well, actually, I found out about it online.
So he knew that I was pregnant from the day I found out that I was pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? He asked me, what do you want from me? I said, I don't want nothing from you. You know how to be a good dad, right? He said, yes. And then what a lot of people don't even know is that the threesome was not the first time that we had dealings with each other. And it wasn't the second time or the third time either. We met, we were vibing, we were having a great time. Great time, actually. That's how I got pregnant.
That is news to me that y'all have been dealing with each other prior to the threesome, but Shakira's trying to get a reaction from me with this sex timeline. Scrappy and I were friends. I was not dealing with a man who had a baby on the way. If y'all were dealing with each other, that's cool.
Right.
The whole timeline, whether it's y'all's timeline, our timeline, whatever timeline. Hi, Bambi. How are you? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing good. Thank you for meeting me. You said I could call you. Of course. I meant it. What's going on, girl? I needed to give you a ring because some craziness that took place. Scrappy and I met with Shakira, and surprisingly, she admitted that she was wrong for the things she said. Okay, I like that. However, she made it very clear she wanted me to know about this timeline that they had when they started sleeping together, when the baby was conceived.
I'm just tired of being called a liar.
And he really gone. He really cut off.
Why you text her in the middle of the night?
But that don't mean nothing.
So at this point, do you think that there's something still happening with them? Honestly, I don't. She verbally said they aren't. However, she kept throwing your name around. Why? She would say, like, I would never be with a like you because all you do is sit around live and talk about Bambi, you know, basically saying he's, like, obsessed with Bambi. It's kind of hard because we came from the space of basically us not speaking at all, so now it's starting to kind of, like, make me feel uncomfortable. You think he's trying to get his family back? It's so, like, awkward me having this conversation with you because he does get a little inappropriate sometimes. Oh. And I have to, like, be like, okay, like, that's not what we're doing. Inappropriate with words? Yeah, like, oh, we should get our babies and move out the country. Or would you consider, like, getting back together? Like, it kind of goes... Okay.
Man, stuff been weird with me and Brittany, man, for a couple of weeks. And after what Bam told me, I got a whole bunch of questions. And after what Bam told her, I'm sure she do too. You know, because I ain't seen you in a couple. Since the fashion show. Mm-hmm. A little awkward. It was ridiculous. I thought it was very weird. It seemed very calculated for Bachi and Erica to show up together. But, yeah, outside of that, I still feel like our energy was off. There's been an obvious shift in Scrappy's behavior lately. I don't know if it has something to do with Bambi, but that's what it's looking like. And at this point, all games aside, just be direct with me. I need to hear it from you. What did you talk to Bambi about?
I wanted to speak with her and get her opinion because out of all the three women, I would say she knows you the best. Maybe she don't know you right now in the present day, or does she? Because y'all been very cozy.
I'm just happy that we can coexist.
And I gave that type of encouragement, but at some point, once she dropped her, there was a shift, and you started pulling back. Do you and Bambi have something going on?
No, what? No. What are you talking about?
She says that you sent her inappropriate tape.
Inappropriate? Like what?
It was asked her if she would get back with you?
No.
You never said, well, do we have a chance of ever getting back together? You never, please don't.
I don't think so, but if I did,
what do you mean? If you did, it would be right there in your text thread.
Did she show you that? I mean, did she tell you that?
Would you show me the text thread?
Show you my text thread. I always thought you trusted me enough that
I don't trust you.
Oh, you don't believe me? You don't trust me? Well, guess what, baby girl? I don't believe or trust you either. That's probably why I fell back. You want to talk about...
I believe Scrappy has issues being emotionally open with the women he's with and in his friendships on the show. He appears to have changed, but he carries uncertainty as if he associates vulnerability with weakness, a belief reinforced by tradition. Scrappy gives me the one-of-them-ones vibes. That old-school saying, get in where you fit in type. Now that the show is ending, he realizes he needs to put in some effort. So he invites a girl on the show, only to mock and disrespect her. I guess then, he realizes it's time to return to the BAM. Typical. Negative ninja needs, of course. So many of the friendships dissolve under envy and attention on that show. And really, I believe this is the reason behind the divorces and fallouts on any show or in the public eye, that competition to get attention and be better than the other. The very reason why families need the Bible as guidance in their lives. There's a reason for everything we do, and without it, we face an imbalance and are capable of doing anything. The children of today are living in confusion and lack the understanding of themselves. Humanity has strayed far from the perfection that Adam once represented. This is why men often find themselves in competition with women, failing to recognize that they are already in a leadership role and that women serve as supportive partners. We are witnessing the end of an era, but through this experience, growth is possible. It is a new beginning for them to choose the opportunity to rebuild for the better. Big up to the Love and Hip Hop franchise. Negative effects. Love and Marriage Huntsville. I didn't think I would make it back this way, but I looked at a preview and decided to watch. Not the entire episode, but the parts with Kimmy, Tisha, and Destiny. Not a real friend? The title suggests betrayal, loneliness, and the ache of realizing proximity isn't loyalty. This review is my personal take on this week's episode. Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's talk about Mrs. Wanda first. While scrolling through YouTube, I saw that she was responding to the current events on the show concerning her daughter. I should mention that I stopped watching this reality show after Melody left, but I occasionally catch interesting bits and pieces. As a mother of 2 young ladies myself, I completely understand Wanda's perspective, and I also don't play the music of inappropriate behavior regarding my girls. It's interesting to observe how things are unfolding between Letitia and Destiny. They once shared a common bond in their opposition to Melody, and some might say that jealousy was the foundation of their friendship. Now that their common interest isn't a threat, their true colors are being revealed. If you had watched from the beginning of the show, you could clearly see that there was definitely some tension between Destiny and Letitia. After Destiny first joined the show, it was evident that they didn't have much in common. Destiny's demeanor towards Tisha clearly indicates that she does not see her as a friend. Rather, she views her as just another castmate. Letitia and Destiny do not ride in the same lane, and neither does Melody. However, unlike Tisha, Destiny saw Melody as an opportunity with more to offer her, and to the group. In my opinion, Destiny used the heck out of Melody, and Wanda remarked that no one on the show is friends, which was something we already suspected. She also mentioned that she didn't know any of the other cast members outside of the show, and that she met them all there. As if we didn't already know this information. Now, from the previews I've watched, it seems as if maybe Tisha has finally opened her eyes regarding Destiny. But instead of playing her cards right, dealing with Destiny, she's just throwing anything out there. At this point, it seems like she's throwing a tantrum, leading Destiny to mention that Tisha's husband isn't defending her. From what I gather, the back and forth started because Kimmy went back and repeated to Tisha what Destiny said about her, which wasn't a big deal. And hearing Destiny's response that night might have been difficult for Letitia. When you consider love and marriage, it's important to remember that sometimes the loneliest place in the world is next to someone who stopped being your friend long before they stopped being your spouse. A hard pill to swallow in front of everyone. And with that being said, during the altercation, Kimmy stated something very true. The tone of someone's speech can be perceived as offensive by others. The way she said this, using therapy language without taking accountability herself, can lead to disagreements. I just feel that Kimmy should have considered how her tone might have affected Letitia when she repeated what had upset her. With that in mind, Letitia could have been reflecting on Destiny's behavior before that conversation, which might explain why she reacted the way she did. During the conversation, all we could hear was loud, bird-like chirping, just a constant yap yap yap. Afterward, Destiny wasn't playing with Tisha anymore because I think she said something to the effect like, "Bitch, I ain't something." Just shocking. And why was Tisha still walking up to her like that? I was thinking, what the hell is wrong with her? Maybe all of the ladies are facing their own struggles, as far as I know. And Destiny could be still working to maintain her parental rights dealing with her ex, which I would think to be quite complicated. Speaking of struggles, Kimmy seems to be trying to save her marriage, showing affection to her husband, rather than encouraging him to practice devotion. Additionally, supporting Tisha as her sister-in-law, Kimmy might just want to keep her hair up in case anything pops off, wearing her tennis shoes, given Letitia's ordeal, just in case she needs to be ready to help. Seriously, I honestly thought Letitia was about to have her behind handed to her real quick. Regarding Chris and Nell, I'm not going to go hard on Nell. Managing the home front as a wife, dealing with her adult children, and running her own business while doing the show, I bet is definitely overwhelming. I would think it's tough for her to be directly involved and supportive of a bunch of the ladies' nonsense. Besides, she has her hands full keeping her husband on point as it is. And I don't believe Nell is particularly concerned about needing their friendship, and if anything, I can see she prioritizes her own well-being over their opinions. Nell is able to sit there peacefully, without a bother eating her chicken wings. However, I do believe she's genuine when she does speak to the ladies, especially considering all she has going on in her life. I don't feel like Nell wants to come across as spiteful. She actually shows more respect whenever she's discussing the other's relationships on TV because she understands their complexities. From what I've observed through the bits and pieces I've seen. Watching Chris, I can tell he's an Alabamian. Specifically, like the ones I used to know. He seems polished, eager to get things done quickly, without putting in the actual work, but underneath, he's emotionally cold. Quite challenging to deal with, I'm sure. Frankly, he's a lot like his friend Martell. And each time I see Trish, the other girl, it's as if she is in her own bubble. Acting tough, like she's some kind of bear. So, Carlos, why not put her in the ring with someone she can wrestle, then set up a boxing match? It seems like she wants that anyway. Give her what she really wants, as DMX said. I believe the ending of this episode showcased the most authentic moments I've seen from the group of women. Looking at the preview for next week, I see Ol Hotel, and all I can think of is Motel Holiday Inn. Yeah, I'm not interested. So my lasting thoughts about marriage or getting married, what I've learned, is that a marriage without friendship becomes paperwork with shared groceries. The old folks had a saying without saying it outright: marry the one you can survive ordinary Tuesdays with. Not just chemistry. Not just attraction. Friendship. Respect. Loyalty when life gets dusty and unromantic.